Hello and welcome to Rule Empires. I'm Josh Arnold, your host, and today our focal point is personal development. We believe the most expensive thing one can own is a closed mind. If we don't understand that, we probably have one. We are focused today on becoming better than we were yesterday. How do we do that? We know that success is a lifelong process. It's a journey. It's a journey that we embark on through the path of personal development. Always developing ourselves into someone that's better than we were yesterday. How do we do that? We have gotten to the point that we are today in our life because of our level of thinking and understanding to this point. I've heard it said that we didn't come into this world believing anything. What we believe and understand, we've learned, adapted, and adopted through our environment and through time. So today we want to do what is profitable unto us. Proverbs 25:2 says it's the glory of God to conceal a matter, but it's the honor of kings to search it out. We want to be those who search out things, who are disciplined to build bridge. Discipline is the bridge between where we are today and the goals we want to achieve. We're going to need to do that through personal development. Understanding that all leaders are readers and learners. We need to always be embarking on gaining knowledge and putting that knowledge into action, because knowledge is not power. I know it's been said that way, but it's just not true. We have to be learners, gainers of knowledge, and then implementers, practitioners of the things that we learn. We must understand that for things to change, we must change. For things to get better, we've got to get better. For us to improve, we must improve. It's important that we understand that a formal education will earn us a living, but if we want to earn a fortune, we've got to be people of personal development. We've got to be developing ourselves into the person we want to become. To achieve what we have not, we must become what we are not. It is invaluable to us to always be on the grow. If you're ripe, you're rot. If you're green, you grow. Always be tilling the garden of your mind and planting new and healthy seeds into the ground and water them and give them the nurturing that they need in order to be nice and fruitful, so that you're always on the grow, always abounding with new strategies and tactics and belief systems, understanding that we only have our principles that will guide us, and we're faithful to those things. We always need to be ready to learn and to gain more knowledge on how we can be better at the things that we're doing. Understanding that success and failure are a combination of thoughts and actions taken upon those thoughts over a compounded period of time, and the result reveals itself in such a way. So we always need to be focused on putting the right thoughts into place and meditating on them and taking action on them, that we might become the person that we desire to be. If we don't have the things that we want in life that we've desired, if we want that lifestyle of freedom and we haven't yet accomplished it, then we need to take inventory of how we got to this spot that we're in today and identify those who have built a life of freedom and success, and mimic and model their actions and their activities, that we might grow into that mindset. Now, we'll design it on our own. I believe that each person has an opportunity to design the life for themselves that is success for them. Now, not everybody sees success in the same window. Some see it more in the family life. Some see it more in the business life. Some see it more in the service life, a life of civil service or church service. When remembering that personal development is the major pillar upon which all other things are going to be built, we need to understand that there are things we can implement within our lives to be more successful in this area of our life. So step one is creating and doing the habit of being a daily learner. So identify a time, i.e. the first moment in your morning. If you say, well, the first thing I have to do in the morning is get my children up. Okay, well, Set your alarm 10 minutes earlier than that tomorrow and get up 10 minutes earlier and focus on learning a new skill or a new strategy or a new tactic you can implement, whether it be in communication, which we believe is a fundamental principle of becoming a rule king and building a rule empire, in learning about communication. So identify if it's just introductions and building rapport with someone. Get you a book on that. There's tons of information available to you in your device, on your phone, that you can gain by Googling the matter, AI in the matter. Or I'm a big believer in reading the scriptures. I believe that it's a thorough furnisher unto all good works, and we can learn by picking up, again, those proverbs and studying in the proverbs about how relationships work and how self-discipline is implemented in life and the benefits that come with that. Searching out the hid treasures of knowledge and understanding, and searching it for as a treasure and as silver, which tried in a furnace 7 times, and it gets better and better each time. So once we adopt the habit of learning, we need to be implementing and setting aside a time within our day that we're going to practice what we're learning about, or we're going to implement the strategy that we've seen, whether it be in communication or negotiation. And after you've gotten in the habit of studying in the morning first thing and implementing that habit of study, and you get in the practice of finding a 5-minute window throughout your day to experience the learning process. Because remember, learning is not about knowing, it's about mastering, it's about being proficient at the thing. And so we got to practice that. Practice makes us better. So if we practice that sometime within the day, identify. Now we need to be trying to do it throughout the day, the whole day. But take a hyper moment, a 5-minute window where you're going to say, I'm going to implement this communication practice, or this objective overcomer, or this relationship binder. Whatever the thing is that you're struggling with, that you've learned about, go practice that. And the reason that it's important that we're doing that with a right now moment, the reason we're learning about something that can affect us today, is so we can implement it today. I don't need to be studying trigonometry this morning. There is nothing in my day I'm going to experience that trigonometry is going to be effective for me to becoming a better real estate investor, a better leader of one of my companies, a better marketer to those that I have their properties listed. And then a very important, last but not least thing to implement into your day is a time of reflection. A time towards the end of your day that you're reflecting on what you studied on, how you tried to implement it, and the results from that, and what your thoughts on that was. One of the great lessons that I learned from a dear friend, Myron Golden, who's one of my coaches in business and in life, he says, when you're taking notes and you're listening to a speech or listening to something that someone's teaching you about, when you're taking your notes, don't just write down what they said. Write down what you think about what they said, or as a result of what they taught you or submitted for your consideration. So at the end of your day, take time to consider these things and reflect upon the thing you studied, the action you took, and the results that came. And maybe they were bad. Hey, listen, this is not a mistake-free world. Maybe you've learned a strategy that was not the best for you. But you're only going to come to that conclusion after you've reflected on those moments that you've had throughout your day. Now, when we do this just one day, we may not see a direct, immediate result. Do not be deceived by that. It is the compound efforts that you implement on a day-to-day basis that are going to build you a wealth of wisdom and understanding and knowledge that makes you that better person. It's not a one moment, one strategy, one practice that gets you there. It's the compounding of these items, these focuses that get you to become the person you desire to be, one with lifestyle freedom. If this is exciting to you, if this is something that draws you in, if you feel affected by the idea of becoming greater than you were yesterday, then please join us again at Rule Empires, that you might learn how to become a person of lifestyle freedom.